All right, well, hello there. So here I am in my kitchen again, my trusty little kitchen here, and I'm very excited. I'm very excited and passionate because I'm going to bring you something that I've never brought you before. Well, all the recipes and little cooking videos I bring you, they're all new. Sometimes there's a different twist on it. But anyway, long story short, I'm pretty excited because I'm going to make little mini, small, not tiny, tiny, but small gluten-free pancakes, savory gluten-free pancakes. I've made them before for you, and for me, but they were sweet. So these are savory. So what does that mean? Part of my creative juices were flowing yesterday, and I thought, I'm gonna make some pancakes, gluten-free, savory. But I don't want to just do boring pancakes. I'm gonna twist them up. So these twisted pancakes we'll be having a topping and a sauce and some seafood. So therefore, I am going to prepare gluten-free, savory, gluten-free scallop and green onion pancakes. That's right, brothers and sisters. Sweet scallops. Ooh, they're so beautiful. They're big and juicy and plump. But anyway, and then I'm going to make a gentle, meaning a light topping for the pancakes, and then a sauce for drizzling. Because when you're making pancakes, you usually have syrup or some kind of fruit topping when you're making sweet pancakes. Well, why not for savory? So I'm going to use a plant-based yogurt to make the sauce. And funny thing, I already started to make the video, but I got interrupted with a phone call. So I'm starting over, so I'm a little bit ahead. So let me just show you what I have here. Let's see, I already started my topping. I'll explain that in a minute because I was on making the video and the phone rang. But here's what I have. I have all my other ingredients here in place. Let's see, can you see this? Mise en place, everything's in its place, all the ingredients. So as you can imagine, I was chopping, slicing, rinsing, prepping, dicing, sending the love into the food before I started making the video. So I was prepped in advance. So I had already started making my topping when the phone rang. So this is a new video. So let me show you what I have. So what I was doing is I started to saute these beautiful tomatoes. They are organic, and of course everything is organic. Organic heirloom baby tomatoes. And if you can see in the pan here, you see some of them have those little really pretty red and green stripes, and then some are yellow and a little bit of orange. So I started to saute those. So here I have them sauteing in a little bit of ghee, and then I added about half a teaspoon of organic herbs de Provence. And I thought that would be a very beautiful, pleasant taste. And then what I'm going to add to these are some delightful little greens here. So let me show you what I have. I have these delightful little greens. Camera? These delightful little greens are a combination of organic fresh dandelion greens and kale. And I just took them, rinsed them, dried them, chiffonade, I wrapped them tightly, like you roll them like a cigar, and then you slice them real thin, and then I cross-chopped them. So they're just kind of roughly chopped, but they are very small. And I'm going to add the dandelion greens and the kale to this beautiful tomato mixture, because this is what's going to be the topping for these savory pancakes. All right, so let me stir these a little bit here. So why did I choose dandelion greens? I highlighted dandelion greens a few weeks ago in one of my videos. I don't remember which cooking video it was. And the reason why is because I consider them a beautiful, beautiful super green. So let's see, I'm going to throw a handful of these in there. I don't want a whole bunch because I don't want them to overtake the tomatoes. So I'll put these away for now. I'll stick them in the fridge for now. But I highlighted dandelion greens, and I'll share this as I stir, because dandelion greens are a superfood. They are a super green food. You can eat them raw in a salad. You can eat them cooked like this, lightly cooked, of course. You can stick them raw in a smoothie, or a juice, or a smoothie if you'd like. And let me add a little bit of salt and pepper. Dandelion greens are pretty frickin' amazing. Dandelion greens are considered a probiotic. Okay, a probiotic. And the scoop is that, actually, that's not, I said that twice, apologize. A prebiotic, P-R-E, prebiotic. And the scoop is that probiotics, as you know, more people are getting to learn this, are very good for the gut, you know, the good healthy gut in the body, helping us keep to help digest better and bump up our immune system. Well, when you have a prebiotic, like you do in dandelions, and Jerusalem artichokes, asparagus, a couple other veggies, the prebiotic of the dandelion green enhances the gut production of good bacteria. Enhances gut production of good bacteria. So you want to bring that in the body. All right. So that's why I chose these. I'm going to actually turn this off and just let it sit because I don't want to get them really overcooked. You know, and they will continue to cook in this hot pan. As you can see that, see? They're not really mushy. There's still some structure left to the tomatoes, so they're, you know, visually beautiful. And I'm sure they're going to taste beautiful. Let me just put a little bit of salt and pepper in there. But anyway, going back to the dandelion greens, in addition to them being a wonderful prebiotic, I'm going to add some sea salt and pepper. They're also very high in vitamin C. Vitamin C, they're great antioxidants and lots of minerals in them. That should be enough. A little bit of pepper. And also, they're great for detoxing, so you can use dandelion tea to help you detox. All right, so there's a little bit of salt and pepper. Let me just mix it up really gently here. You don't want to get all smushed and hard in there because then it'll start turning into a tomato sauce. Okay, so see that? How simple that was. That was less than 5 minutes to actually cook. And if you want them a little softer or cooked, then cook them a little longer. I would not recommend it because the longer you cook anything, the more it kills the beautiful natural nutrients and enzymes. So for now, I'm just gonna put that aside. That said, the healthy topping for the savory pancakes is done. So then what am I gonna do next? I think what I'm gonna do next, I'm gonna mix up, so this is no editing, this is live. I'm gonna mix up my ingredients for the pancakes. So let me bring them over here. And what I have is, actually I'll start with this. I'm a little bummed. I'm a little bummed because I lent my salad bowl to a girlfriend. Actually, I didn't lend it to her. I went to a drums and fire ceremony and took a delicious salad, and I ended up leaving it there that night, and it hasn't been returned yet. So that's okay. This is all right because it teaches me how to improvise. But that said, you don't have a clear bowl to see the ingredients, so I'll just be more tricky with the camera, more innovative, or whatever. So here's the bowl. All right, so what I'm going to do, and I'm using for my savory pancake mix, I'm using, what's his name again? Yeah, Bob's Red Mill. I love Bob's Red Mill gluten-free pancake mix. Now, of course, you make sweet and savory with that. So I'm going to mix the, first of all, oh, I forgot to tell you. Bob's recipe calls for 1 cup of milk and 2 eggs and some butter, oil, whatever. Instead of dairy cow milk, I decided to use my other favorite alternative by Native Forest, okay? It's Native Forest coconut cream, and I didn't have coconut milk, but I just took the cream and I cut it with a little bit of water. So that's what I'm using instead of real milk, which I don't use anyway, or extremely rare that I do. All right, so I'm gonna put in, let's see here, calls for a cup, so I made a little more because the coconut cream is really thick. So I'm going to add almost a cup of that coconut milk. And I'll save the rest in case I need more. And then I'm going to add 2 eggs. These are pasture-raised organic eggs. So of course this is not a vegan recipe. And then put this aside for a second here. Quick rinse. I like to kind of tidy as I go along because what happens in my case is it makes it easier to clean up later. And then I'm going to just poke the egg yolks and kind of gently just mix them there, because what I'm going to do next is I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of butter that I had melted prior to making the video. And this particular butter, I don't know if you could see it there, it is buffalo, from Italy. It's buffalo milk butter. It's very delicious. So I'm going to blend it in there as well. Actually, I'm going to get a spatula because I don't want to waste any of that butter. So I'm going to spatula the rest of it out like so. See, I would have wasted probably about a half a teaspoon. That would not have been cool, you know? All right, so there's that. Let me get rid of this for my dishwashing task later. And then I'm going to mix that up gently. See, I'm just going to kind of blend it a little bit. And then now I'm going to add the dry pancake mix, which is over here. So I'm just going to start mixing it in and stirring at the same time because it's probably going to get thick. Yes, it is starting to get thick, of course. And I may have to add some more water, which is fine. Now, it's times like this that I miss my bigger glass bowl. Okay, so that's kind of thick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop using the whisk because I don't want to whisk it up anymore. I want to blend it. See, this is part of kitchen etiquette. So let me scoop this over here. Rinse that out for sure. And then I'm going to bring this spoon over with a little hole in it to help blend. The hole helps blend. And then it is kind of thick still. I don't want it that thick. So I'm going to add the rest of that coconut milk. And I'm going to grab a little bit of water to cut it. A little bit of pure, beautiful, clean, pristine hydro water that's highly charged with grounding stones and quartz crystals. And so this isn't any just normal pancake batter. This is rocking with energy and love, mostly, first and foremost with love. You know, my grandmother taught me that, let's turn it like that a little bit, that when you put love into your cooking, into your, cooking time with the food, that the food tastes better. And you know what? I really believe that. I love that story. I believe it to be true for myself. And I can tell when I go into a cooking mode for myself and or others, and I'm not in a great spirit or, beautiful mood, even though I'm okay, it won't taste as good. So I guarantee you this is going to be rockin' amazing, because I started thinking about this actually a few days ago, to be truthful, because I had to go buy the ingredients, make sure I had everything. And then the more I thought about it, the more excited I got. My creative juices got flowing and flowing, and first I was just going to make scallop and green onion pancakes, and then I thought, no, that's not enough. You got to make a topping or a dressing, a sauce. And I thought, well, you got to make something savory. So then I came up with the plant-based yogurt sauce that I'm going to make, and then I'll add a little bit of spices to that. I've never made that before, so it's a first. And then I decided to add a beautiful topping like these bad boys right there. Gorgeous, gorgeous heirloom tomatoes. So anyway, okay, that's that. I feel that that's going to be a little bit more. So honestly, that was probably about a cup of the coconut milk and at least a quarter cup of water, okay? Because coconut milk was really, that was coconut cream, but I cut it with water. It's very thick, so I knew this was going to happen. I thought I'd play with it, which is good. It's nice to play in the kitchen. All right, so I'm feeling that's probably about right. Sorry about that noise. let me take this over to the sink and rinse this because I may need it later. And I don't want it all thick and goopy. All right. The other thing I may need later is a little bit more water. So let me add a little bit more water and keep that as a backup. All right, so there you have the pancakes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shift pans here because I like to be closer to this burning element or stove element because it's easier to angle the camera. So I'm going to turn the heat on medium-low, mostly on, actually probably on low right now just to start. All right, and just to let you know, I used Organic Valley ghee, clarified butter, to make my, to heat and cook my beautiful tomato, dandelion, and kale maritage, the marriage of those ingredients. So now with the pancakes, I decided that I'm going to use a little bit of duck fat. So of course this is not vegan, and well, it can be, but it's not. So let's just call it what it is. So a little bit of duck fat to cook the savory pancakes. See, this has already been a little melted because it was on the hot stove. So let me just drip some out. I don't know, to start, maybe like, I'm just kind of guessing, that's probably about a heaping tablespoon. I'm going to put that off to the side. And then I realized, I thought about this earlier too. What I decided to do is I decided to take, this is what a beautiful green onion looks like. A lovely, healthy green onion. Funny. I just realized in my imagination, if I put two little black or flax seeds there as eyes and a nose, and I can make a little mouth, then it looks like a little person. Anyway, whatever. That's my inner child playing. But I thought about it. I'm going to take these little tiny slices of green onions, and I'm going to actually already mix them in the mix. So let me show you. So I'm going to fold them in. And that's probably about, I don't know, two and a half tablespoons of sliced green onions, okay? Let me rinse this. I'll be right back. Okay, so now I'm going to fold it in gently because I don't want to keep beating this pancake mix. See how I'm just kind of folding as opposed to stirring or beating? Fold it in gently. This part allows me to tap into my graceful yet powerful divine feminine parts by being nice and gentle, almost like nurturing the batter here. All right, so the batters, the green onions have been folded in. So I just let that sit once again. And of course, I'm gonna have to rinse the spoon off because I don't want it to get all hard and crusty, because that's really kind of disgusting. So there, because I may need it, and if I need it, I want it to be ready and just rinsed off and clean. No big deal. All right. All right, so there's the pancake mix. It's ready. The pan is looking nice and hot here with the oils already. Yeah, I can tell. It's all ripply. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the heat on. Ooh, yeah, I got to put it on medium low now because it's starting to smoke a little bit. Now I'm going to put my sleeves down because I've been in this kitchen way too many times where I've gotten splattered by hot oil on my arms and even on my face. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little spoon. Let me get a spoon. A more appropriate spoon. See, just like a regular big old tablespoon. And that's really smoking. I'm going to just start dropping, trusting myself, and dropping, actually I'm going to do it this way since there's a little pour. I'm going to just start making little pancakes. Pouring it out here. Try to stick to small sizes. Okay, I've been through this before. They weren't so round, so that's it. I'm gonna, instead of pouring them, I'm gonna just use, it's good. I'm gonna use a spoon to get tablespoon portions. There, that's better. I'll show you in a minute. Let me just get these going. I'm going to cook probably about 4 of them. And you want to be gentle. You don't want to slap them in there. You just kind of want to softly, gently drop them in and then use the top of your spoon to kind of make the shape. That one's a little awkward, but that's okay. Scoot you over a little bit. Okay, so those are cooking. All right, now, here's a secret. Well, not the secret. Here's the most important part, really. My scallops. Look at my scallops. These big, beautiful, yummy, delicious, succulent, sweet scallops. Well, I took some of them and I already pre-diced them. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take them gently and I'm going to start placing them on the on top of the pancakes, the raw part. Because when I flip them over, they're going to get cooked into the pancake. And yes, I could have added them to the batter, but I just didn't want to do that. Because I didn't want to, I don't know, I just thought, just do it this way. I just have to go with my gut. You know, I learned to trust my intuition very, very much so, especially lately. And go with it. And then I also learned to trust it in the kitchen. You know, as above, so below, as within, so without. How you do one thing is how you do everything. If I didn't trust my gut in the outside world, why would I trust it in the kitchen? So my instinct was just to do it this way. So I'm doing it. Okay, so there we have the beautiful, beautiful scallops in this pancake. Now, it's going to be interesting because I've never made these before, y'all. Hold on one second. Let me turn the camera up. I've never made these, so I don't know how they're going to turn out. I can only surmise that they're going to turn out beautiful and they're going to taste great. So let me turn those down a little bit more because now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start making the sauce while those are cooking, okay? But I think I'm going to have to flip them over. And so how can you tell when they're ready to be flipped over? Well, they start to get little bubbles, and then when the bubbles pop and they become holes, then that's like, okay, tell you it's time to flip me over. But let me just test here. Yeah, this one feels right. This is the first one I threw in there. So a gentle toss. Okay, that's great. Oh my God, oh, it's beautiful. Next. Oh geez. Oh wow. You just never know when you flip if you're going to drop it or it's going to splatter all over the sides, which has happened before. There you go. And then the last and the biggest one. All right. So look at that. What do you think? They're not so mini. They're actually good size. So they're not bigger than my hand, the palm of my hand. See that? So they're beautiful pancakes. Savory pancakes. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the heat down and let those cook a little bit. And then I'm going to make the infamous sauce. What do I have? I have this yogurt. This is not the one I really wanted to use, but this is the only one I had left because I don't hardly ever eat cashew yogurt. But it's cashew dairy-free, and it's by Forager. All right. What else? This it's unsweetened and plain. So for that, let me show you what I'm going to add. So just pop it open. Remember, this is my sauce. If I can get it open. Ooh, got it. All right. So you don't want to waste that goodness and yummy stuff. So toss that in there. And then I'm just going to scoop the whole thing in. Like I said, this is the first time for me, you know. And it's trial and error. If something's missing, I'll know next time. And if it's perfect, I'll know that I'm grateful that I trusted the parts of myself to step out and do this on live camera. Okay, now, I wanted to put some lemon juice in it because I thought that would be cool, a little bit. I didn't have any, so I thought, well, what would be another kind of nice tart flavor? Oh, yeah, organic stone ground mustard. And not a whole lot. It's from a company called Natural Value. So anyway, I'm going to shake it up a little bit, hit the bottom because it's got a little bit of water in it. And then I'm just going to squeeze some in, like, watch this plop. That was probably, I don't know, let's just say half a teaspoon. And then, of course, I'm going to do a little bit of pepper. Not a whole lot. I'm not a really huge pepper fan, but just enough to get some nice little black sprinkles in there. And then I'm going to do, of course, some salt, because it's definitely going to need salt. And then I'm going to add a little bit of turmeric. A couple shakes of, you don't need a lot because obviously turmeric is very strong in color and flavor as well. And then I'm just going to mix it up. I have my whisk here for this one, but I'm just going to use a spoon because it's here. And then I have to do a taste test. Right? So don't be shy. Do your own taste test. Which means in this case I'm going to lick some of it, either off the spoon or off my finger. So see, just a nice, look at how that's mixing up nicely. Look. See, that's going to be a beautiful little sauce. Very simple. So let's do a little bit of taste on my finger, like so. Okay. I'm trying to think, maybe there's a little bit something, I think it needs a little more salt. Just a little bit more salt and a little bit more turmeric. All right, a little bit more turmeric. Turmeric, I don't know, you can do as much as you want. If you're a big turmeric fan, hell, go to town. I'm just putting as much as I think I need for my taste buds and the color. Okay, so that's how simple that sauce was. And once again, I had everything prepped, mise en place, prepped and in its place, dice chopped, you know, all ready to go, measured out. So it makes it quicker when I'm on the camera to actually put everything together, especially when I'm making 3 different things here, multitasking with 3 different items. So a little taste test on the finger again. That's good. All right. Now the cool thing about this is that I have the scallops. They're a little sweet, right? Scallops are always a little sweet, especially when they're this fresh. And then I have a little topping that I'm going to dress it with, and then this dressing that I just made that has a little bit of tart flavor. So you have the sweet and the tart. So that's cool, contrast. All right, so here we go back to here. Let's see. I'm just going to turn this off because the bigger ones are going to keep cooking. I'm going to take out, here's my plate, my eating plate. I'm going to take out the first one that I made, and let me flip it over. Okay, I just want to show you. You'll know they're in there. See those little teeny tiny white specks? Okay, that's the scallops. There are more there. They're the ones that are actually toasty. So they're very beautiful, but I'm going to flip them and put them on the plate here. And then, oh my gosh, they're so sweet. They're nice, or literally and figuratively. They're nice and tender, which is lovely. That's what you want. If I touched them and they felt really heavy and dense, then I would think, it was too dense. Maybe I overcooked them. All right, so what am I going to do? I'm going to take this here. I'll show you in a second what I'm doing. You can't see it, but I'm actually plating them. And then I'll eat this piece. These 2 I'm going to leave so I can keep cooking because these are a little thicker. Okay, so let's just kind of move them over. Oh, a couple scallops snuck out there. All right, so those are going to stay there to keep cooking. Now, let's see. From here, see those? Look at those beautiful things. I want you to see them plain without the topping. So let me take you over to the light here. Can you see those? How beautiful they are, right? And some of the scallops are sticking out there on the side. Okay, so let's take them back here. Running out of time, I'm going to do a quick dress with a little bit of this beautiful topping that I made. Dandelion greens, kale, and tomatoes, baby heirloom tomatoes. I'm just going to top like this. Like so. This is not the proper topping utensil, but I'm using it. You can do whatever you want when it's in your kitchen. So there's the topping there, a little bit more. I do love this. And it's nice to cook the tomato slightly because then you cook the lectins out. Okay. And then let's do the drizzle. Scoot this back a little bit. Okay, here's the drizzle. Wow, the homemade dressing that I made with the plant-based yogurt sauce. Now put a little bit on the side, a little bit on that side. Top, top, there. All right, there you have it. Whoa! Who wants to join me? Come on. I'll have one of you, maybe two. One day I'm going to have an invitation to join me for dinner. We'll do it together. So here it is, my beautiful, and I want to take the credit for saying creative, savory gluten-free pancakes with scallops and green onions, homemade sauce. All right, you saw it here. If you have any questions, please text me or message me and I'll be glad to answer them. So there you go. There you go. Are you ready? I'm going to use a spoon because I don't want to miss anything. I'm going to put this dumb fork away. That beautiful sauce. First of all, we got to thank the spirits of the seafood world and the plant world. Thank you so much for this beautiful food. Thank you all who brought it to my table. Thank you, seafood spirits. Thank you, plant spirits. All right, let's do it. Let's just cut right in here. Oh, how exciting. Oh my gosh. I never really know where to start when I make this kind of stuff. It blows me away. I blow myself away. All right, so here it is. Ready? It's delicious. And if it weren't, I'd tell you. It's delicious because it's sweet and it's a little crunchy and it's a little tart and it's made with love. Hey, you know what? If you enjoy this, please consider sharing it with others. Somebody might learn something. All right, stay tuned for more. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.